Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be managing our own vaults, gathering loot and lining them up in vaults in certain ways, and we're goblins. So today we're going to be taking a look at Goblin Vaults. This is from Thunderworks Games. It's a game that mixes trick-taking and tableau building and bidding and bluffing together. Very unique. I've already done a full rule school tutorial for this, so I'm just going to give you a quick 1-minute overview, and you can check the full rule school if you want to learn more. So here we go. Goblin Vaults is for 1 to 5 players, where you're going to be using cunning and clever scheming to gain loot and strategically place them into the different chambers of your vault to gain gears both during the game and in endgame scoring. Not only will be scoring for having certain cards in certain tiers of your chamber, but also buy different gold cards each game, like having sequential runs, or having cards of certain suits in a chamber, or having the highest value in a chamber be a specific suit, or having cards match your faction's marker. And you'll be gaining that loot to put in your vault from the block. Now players will be doing this by bidding for certain cards, or maybe outbidding other people that are already winning. And there's a lot of strategy, because if you win, you get this card, but if you lose, you get the card you bid with, giving you a lot of different tactics to play to put the right cards in your vault. But there's lots of sneaky things you can do, like playing a low value of the Warden suit, being able to take out the others and win the card anyway. So let's see if you have what it takes to have the most gears by collecting them during the game and in the end game scoring. Now, if you like this content, there's ways to get bonus material. Like you would have seen a first impressions of Goblin Vaults a week ago. So you could have seen what I thought about it, sometimes months before the review goes, sometimes for games that I'll never get around to reviewing, but you get my first impressions of that. And you also get videos a day early and many other bonuses. Check it out. If you want to get bonus content, you can go to the Patreon page that I've set up at patreon.com/GameBoyGeek. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, that was just a 1-minute overview. If you want to learn more, I've already done a full rule school, so you can click the link below or above there to be brought to learn all the mechanisms in the game. So let me tell you what I like about this Goblin Vaults. There's really nothing quite like it. This is a really unique game. It's got a clever mix of mechanisms. You've got a little bit of trick taking where you're playing some suits, maybe playing the Warden suit. That kind of acts as like a trump suit. You're sort of bidding. You're a little bit bluffing, a little bit trying to figure out what people might be wanting to do or what they want to get, and you're tableau building. All these mismatched things work so well together, but it also makes it feel like a game that I've never seen anything quite like this. I really like it. I like the simple turns, but tons of depth. That is my sweet spot in games. In this game, you play a card, and then you're going to add a card to your tableau. That's it. But with all of that, there are a ton of tough decisions to make. You might be bidding high to get that sell block card because you really want it in that column. But how high are you going to go? Maybe someone else ends up beating you with the Warden suit, right? You're not really sure. Or maybe you're bidding low, hoping to get your own card and hoping that someone will overbid you because you're looking at what's in their tableau. You can kind of see what cards are available. You can kind of decide, you know what goals there are. You know what faction they are. You can kind of think about what you think players are going to go for. And you could be like, you know what, I really need this 2 of this suit for my goal. So I'm going to put this down because I know this player probably really wants that card. He's probably going to get it, right? There's a lot of interaction. I like that. Or you can underbid to make sure you get the card you want, but you got to sort of temporarily give up a point to get that done. Really clever. I like the Warden suit acting as trump. That's cool too. You might think you're going to win something high bids. Someone throws like a little low number of a Warden suit and beats you out of it. That's kind of like the trick-taking aspect of this, but you're doing it as a bid, which is really interesting. But then even the cards that you play, you could be trying to win the card that has the faction, or playing the card that has the faction icon on the Warden card. And that gives you a special action, like moving a card around in your tableau, or drawing a new card from the deck, and maybe your hands get dwindling down. Another cool thing is as the game goes on, your hand gets smaller and smaller, and your decisions get tighter and tighter. I like that the gold cards are different from each game. You pick out a couple for the certain suits that are in the game. You can play with more if you want an advanced game. They're double-sided. There's a few of each cards. I like that. Every game's going to feel a little bit different. I like collecting your cards with your faction icons on it. Scores you points too, so another thing to think about that doesn't add a lot of complexity. The game scales really well. I've played at all player counts. It even works well with 2 players. Now you do have like a third player, but it's low maintenance. You're just flipping over a card and it tells you what column to put that card in, as if someone else was bidding for that card. And it works really well. 2 players works really well in this game too, so I like it. I don't really have anything bad to say about this game. I think it's absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for a short, relatively short, 30 to 45 minute pleasant game that has a lot of things to think about, this is it. If I'm really stretching, it's a little tricky to teach because there are a little, it's simple to play, but there are little nuances here and there that you kind of have to know. I would have loved to have seen the player aid really good, but they couldn't fit the warden actions on there. It would have been nice to have like a little player aid right near the warden card, just to remind people what those actions could be when you play that. It helps remind you that you can take it if you play that card with that faction on it. They're really easy, move something in your tableau or draw a card, but for first-time players, it would have helped. That's a small little nitpick is all I can really think of is it's a little tricky to teach a little bit, and I would have wished they would have had a player aid for that warden action. That's it. I'm really nitpicking here. This game is fantastic. If you're looking for a solid little, relatively short game with a lot going on with it, this is Goblin Vaults, and for that reason, it's getting my highest honor, Saxophone Serenade, so let's hit it. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table into a high-quality gaming solution, but they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with over 20 styles of thematic game mats in 11 different sizes from notable board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and real cool accessories, experience what thousands of other gamers enjoy by upgrading every game you play with a Game Topper system. Save hundreds of dollars on Game Topper package deals that are in stock now for immediate shipping at GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.